Are there really cheaper paints out there for miniatures?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I received some more paints from a company called Micro-Mark. They reached out to me, they said they would like to send me some paints, and they're claiming that they are the same quality, if not better, than companies like Vallejo and Army Painter, and that's right. So we're going to take these paints that they sent me. Now, they sent me a little range here. I just cut out the didn't cut out these. Their boxes were kind of interesting, but so they sent me 5 boxes, including the ones you saw on the, or you're going to see on the screen. I will show a little bit more of those ones, and their bottles look like this. So they do have like a twist style cap, which you have to press down a little bit. This here is actually quite interesting, how the paint doesn't seem to drip out very easily, which is kind of good. It doesn't cause a clog up in the cap like some other companies do. And to be honest, there's no shaking balls in there, so there's no mixing balls, but you don't really need them. They shake very well. And when you put them on a palette, it actually comes out really nicely and is very watered down. So you're going to see, we're going to get to the table. We're going to test them on some Cthulhu Death May Die, Fear of the Unknown investigators, just a couple of them. And then we'll come back and get my final thoughts on these paints. And also during the video, keep an eye out for a special code that can save you some money on your very first purchase with this company, if you want to try these paints out. So let's get to the table and see how they work.
So first of all, I primed them all in a matte black primer. So the miniatures you're going to see in the priming phase is maybe not the same ones. Gave them an Unforgiven green and a Broodmother purple highlight, and then gave them a white ink zenithal from above. The reason for the green and the purple was just to give the white ink sometimes a little different hue to it, because sometimes when it blends into the color, it grabs what's underneath and turns it more, well, you can see here, gray or greenish gray or purpley gray. All right, we're starting off with Buff and Earth. These were what I thought were closest to skin colors. Buff is the first one. It is very yellow. The guy has very yellow skin. And like I mentioned, there are no, or I don't know if I mentioned it or not already. I don't remember what I mentioned before. If there's no washes in what they sent me. And from what I saw online, no washes either. So you could use any other wash you want, or maybe even try and turn their paints into a wash. It might work. I didn't want to test that right away. I just wanted to show you guys the coverage. And as you can see, this one is already covering really well. Now, again, I will run into some technical difficulties later where I am not recording properly, but you get the gist of how these paints will work. And I'm going to go into a little bit more details at the end, so stand by for my final thoughts on these paints. Again, when you put them on your palette, especially a wet palette, they're already pretty, what do you call it? Like, sort of wet, like not wet. I mean, of course, paint's wet. Oh wow, I'm having trouble finding my words this morning, folks. They're like watered down already. Like they're pretty. They remind me a bit of air paints. Now they do give you a thinner if you buy that essentials kit. So there is a thinner you can use. I didn't use it here. I didn't use their stabilizer or their, I think that it's called a retarder or another word they have. They have a couple of the other bottles. They also have a cleaner, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to test that eventually and see what it does. But for now, we're just going to stick with their acrylic paints. Now, I'm not going to go through which set is which because frankly, I mixed them all up. I had some duplicate paints. Next, we're using some flat brown. Again, very nice coverage. We're using this for the skin of the this hero here. I think this is Stella, maybe. I don't remember which names or which. Anyways, there's 4 miniatures I'm painting in this here, and I just want to see how they covered. Now, okay, yes, that green and purple highlighting may not be necessary here, but when I'm using speed paints later, it might do something. I don't know. I was just trying something with this. It might not have even given anything. But as you can see, again, like they go on, I'm using an actual, the brush I'm using is actually from Michael's. I saw a local craft store, and it's for water paints. Now, I've heard that water or is it water paints? Yeah, water paints. Is that what it's called? My God. Anyways, supposedly it absorbs a little bit more the paint and is able to hold it better in the brush, and I find it's true. And then it just comes down more on the brush and able to, you don't have to refill your brush all the time. As you see now, I'm using a undercoat Lieutenant Gray. So I don't know if undercoat means it's an undercoating paint and then you're supposed to put something on top of it. It's a weird name. And then I add a little bit of matte white because I really wanted like her lab coat here and the guy's shirts to be really more white, but like worn white. And because they're so, like they're already very, okay, is it translucent? Opaque? No, not opaque. Translucent, more translucent than opaque, that's for sure. The Xenithal does come out a little bit, especially with this light gray color I concocted here, or light white, or dirty white, or I don't know what kind of white. Sky Blue is our next Micro-Mark paint here. Again, these are made in the USA, so pretty cool. And later on, I'm going to give you guys a code to be able to save some money if you guys want to order this, and check out their website for everything you may want to try yourself. It might be a good alternative to more expensive bottles out there. If you're getting into the hobby for the first time, this might be a good way to start, but you're going to need some washes. Now, here on this character here, I think this is Leon, I kind of went opposite on what the clothing should have been. The jeans, or the shorts, jorts, or whatever you want to call them, should have been the color of the coat I'm going to do later. Oh, he might not look exactly like the artwork, but at least it gives you still, approximately what it is. Dirt. I'm using dirt. So you can tell this is probably from the Earth Tone set, if I'm not mistaken. Now, some of them, I'm not always sure if it's a color or if it's meant to be a texture or something else. But this one does a really good job on her clothing to be like that army sandy camo brown kind of color. I don't know. I think she's an army folk. I'm not 100% sure. She looks almost like a reporter too or something. I don't know if she's got a camera. I have no idea. But again, if you put this on, and I leave a little bit more water on my brush, not a ton, to just pick this up a bit more. And I just found it covered really well, right straight out of the bottle, no thinner needed. And it did a good job. They do have nice coverage. It reminds me of the ROBPAINTS Fanatics. Now, I've never really used Vallejo paints. I used them a long time ago, but I don't remember how they work. But I use Army Painter a lot. And these do remind me of them. All right, so before we continue, let's just take a look here at their website quick. You can see all the products. Use code ROBPAINTS to save 10% on your very first purchase. Okay, after that, after you buy stuff, so put everything you want in your basket, use ROBPAINTS, save 10%, and you'll be able to save a little bit of money. They have a wide variety of stuff. They even have some texture paint. They have all sorts of cool stuff. Go check it out. More information in my description below. All right, we're moving on with some more paint now. Olive color. This is another earth one. I'm actually remembering now which ones are which. And again, like I said, this was supposed to be on his jorts, and then the blue was supposed to be on his shirt. Now, it looked like an Hawaiian shirt. I'm not going to go into details about all those fancy little flowers and stuff like that. I am not that patient and that good of an artist. I am here to have fun painting a miniature, not kill myself painting a miniature. I will literally just paint for fun. And lately I had lost a little bit of that, so I've been painting a lot of other stuff without making videos. I just wanted to paint and have fun and get through a lot of stuff that's been sitting there. Or I've been really into Marvel Crisis Protocol, the game, and just enjoying painting those. This year I think it was sky blue, I think, or was this flat blue? I don't remember the name. Darn, I saw it but I forgot. ADHD folks. Anyways, look at, again, the coverage is amazing. Now, the Xenithal doesn't peer through too much some of these colors, but when it does, I find like this one kind of sort of does. With the darker paint underneath the shadowing, it is a bit darker, and when it was more white on it, it is lighter. Rust Oxide. Now, here's one I wasn't sure, and I got doubles of this one. Again, if it was supposed to be like a texture paint, or like what do you call it, like a finishing touch paint kind of thing, like sort of like blood, an effects paint. Thank you, that's the word I was looking for. Jeez, I answered myself. Effects paint. But I used it on a lot of the leathery parts because I found the color was pretty close to being like that nice, pure leather color. So I do it on her satchel here, do it on her. It's kind of funny that she has a little gun holster there. She has a camera in her hand. And then we come into charcoal. Okay, so we got lots of grays and some different kinds of black in these sets that they sent me. I was actually quite surprised that they sent me all of this, but again, it's like if I looked at the price for 9 bottles, you're paying like, I think it's on, and they have sales. And if you had the 14%, I think it's like what, $15 for 9 paints. That's less than $2. Now I wrote for $2 a bottle a while ago, but it's less than that. Engine black. This is kind of cool. It's not black. It's got a hint of gray in it, just a touch. Kind of reminds me of the Necromancer cloak from Army Painter way back in the day, but a little bit more black than that one. But I think it would put it somewhere in there, if not close to the strap gray color they have in the historical paints, I believe. A little bit closer to that. And you can see I use it on her shoes. I'm using it on this one's hair. Sand color, whatever color I used a while ago on her outfit there. You can still see some of that zenithal coming through it as it dries. So it does, you know, cover really well, but it still gives you those light and shadows without using a wash. It's not perfect. All right, here are my final thoughts since I lost some of the footage. So I'll let you listen to me a little bit more.
Okay, so you saw me paint through these miniatures. Again, mistakes with videos were made. Looks like I end up pausing when I'm not supposed to pause, record when I'm not supposed to record. So some of the footage again got lost. I guess my mind is just not all there. Sorry about that. You did get to see, though, a lot of the paints being tested. There was a lot more, but mostly on little details like the knives, which, speaking of the knives, is a metallic paint. I only got 3 metallics with this. Well, I think I saw a red, a pink, and a pearl. So the pearl, I had to mix it in with a kind of gray color to give it a shining silver look. Now on their site, I think I saw some more metallic paints. Now, the only thing I did not see on their site were washes. So as you can see, like the miniatures came out looking a little flat. I mean, I could create my own wash with their paints, but I really wanted to give you guys the gist of what their paints do. All in all, I am giving this I'd say a 4.5 out of 5 for a rating towards how these paints work. It is quite amazing how they are very diluted already, so you don't need to have much water on your brush. They go on very nicely. They cover really well. Even the lighter colors did a good job over the weird zenithal that I did, as you saw at the beginning. Again, that footage was all messed up. I'm again sorry for that. Anyways, if you're looking to purchase these paints for a first time, you saw the code come up in the video. You can save yourself a little bit of money with that. And it would be very helpful to pass on the word about these paints. So all in all, I mean, they are going to be in my arsenal of paints. The ones they sent me had a little less colors I would have liked. I would have liked a little bit more browns, a couple more metallics. I didn't try any of their specialty paints like the primers and they did put a stabilizer and another one sort of like the Army Painter has for their paints to keep them either wet longer or to dilute them a bit more better, or to wet blend more. So there's that. Now they do dry a little matte. Some colors that are, you know, and there wasn't many choices for skin colors, so I improvised with what I had. Lots of blues, lots of greens, a couple, you know, one red, some yellow, a lot of good colors that they sent me, which is, again, very thankful for that. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video and supporting my channel. Don't forget, you can also join and become a member, which would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you so much. And don't forget, keep slaying the gray, one miniature at a time.